I am muted, aren't I? Well, not anymore, I'm not. Not anymore, I'm not. Well, it's time for this one. That was no accident. Car. I was drugged with sleeping pills. Car. I was murdered by that person. Car. That's why I took my revenge. All right, we're looking for a lady. It's only fair, isn't it? Any. I finally get to see you again, and... Oh yeah, that's right. Maya is arrested again, I believe. It's not your fault you didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. Doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. June 16th. Who the fuck is this? I think this case is when Francesca first appears. Von Karma's daughter. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. This is what that girl said. I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl? I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me never to end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh. 14? Hey, dude, brother, I don't think I can help you with this one. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting. Yes, I heard you. I agree, it's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me, and this is the kicker. She up in herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash, crunch, instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. I don't like this guy. No, well, it looks like she lived. She's missing a heel, though. That's right, about a year ago, all the tabloid shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. I don't really want to help this guy. Can we just not? Why would I? Now I'm just gonna say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Well, 14 people to die there. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. Yeah, that's what you said. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? He's just constantly fixing his glasses. Yep. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. No, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey. You know this girl, correct? Maya. Why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Working... No, Maya... No, you're talking about Mia. Well, yes, I mean... Hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together. But she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. Damn it. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Faye. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. Man, I don't like his little gremlin, both hands outstretched kind of mode. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. Yeah, this one. Yeah, stop doing that. I'm gonna have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Now, Maya. I wonder what she's up to right now. Hey, what's up? We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. Yeah, I don't know why, but okay. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. The condition. The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me. And that is why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. Where we are? Where are we? We're at Kurain? Kurain Village? Wow. So this is Kurain Village, Maya's hometown. Hey, Captain Forehead! What is up? Why, hello there. Alright, see you later, Captain Forehead. What an odd little girl. Yeah, her forehead is big as shit. Hey, wait up, Pearly. Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Hey, what's up? Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I had known you were this close, I'd have visited you. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well. Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Heh. Today's channeling. Looks like you finally become a full-fledged medium taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Aha, behold the power of the Maya Intelligence Network. It's called Twitter. Let's see. 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh. So does this Maya Intelligence Network. Anyway, the tabloids. That's what I thought. I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I want to take a crazed killer as a client? That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. So this is your hometown, Maya? Yep. Kurain Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Interesting. Didn't you call this place the Mountain? In that case, this would not be a valley. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. My ass hurts from sitting? Well, stand up a little bit then, brother. That's probably true, since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. Yeah, the men just hang around and they don't do nothing. So what do the men do? Fucking nothing. No, they usually work someplace outside the village. Oh yeah, I want to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly. Pearl Faye. She's my cousin. And damn, does she have a forehead. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin. Wait, then that means, is she also yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling and training. I see. Hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious looking. Yeah, porcupine head. Well, you're not wearing training clothes for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Kurain Village. Aunt. Lily's mother is my aunt. Duh, come on, Nick. Don't you know how cousins work? Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh, oh yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house. So come on, after I'm done, we could grill up some juicy burgers. Alright, good luck, Maya. Thanks. Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. Meditation room. So this is apparently in Maya's house, I guess? Wow, okay. We got very, very Japanese in here, which I'm okay with. Fey Manor. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. We didn't come at the same time? Have you been here? How long have you been here? Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you, too. Huh. Alright, thanks. Fucking like it's a tourist location? Partial. So there's more to the manor then. Alright. Welcome to Fey Manor. Take a brochure. I don't want to move. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession. Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Kurain School of Channeling. Didn't mean to open that. The home! Huh. And Miss Maya is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Well, the daughter of the Master, I would assume would be Misty Fey, who's been fucking gone. I don't know, she's disappeared. I don't know if she's still alive. Did we discuss that? Are both of her parents dead? Master. Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and the spirits meet. She's alive? Okay. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? No, not really. I'm gonna go to the winding way first. Just really well hidden. Oh. Is she this jar? Is this her? Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. Yeah, they also put an incinerator over there or something. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? Yeah, I was just talking about that. It looks a little out of place in a garden like this. Side room. Oh man, can I just sleep instead? So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. There's a bedding spread out on the floor. Looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. Oh, so someone's just chilling? Hey, just kick him. Hey, wake up. She's probably an exhausted medium taking a break and catching some Z's. If I wake her, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. You figured out before I did. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Kurain Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. So does this mean it's easy to spot bears here? And for them to spot you? Is it a souvenir I could take home with me? Can I just have this? This is mine now. I would like to examine the jar. It's a really old urn. Ashes of a person long dead are inside. Yeah, someone dropped grandma by accident and broke the jar, though. Looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting. So time to move on. Wow, okay. Get shit on, urn. Hey, dude, what's up? Thanks for summoning the music. Before I do that, I want to come here. Okay, there's nothing going on here. Hey, dude, thanks for the music again. Okay, candles. This is where you summon a demon. The music that you're playing is not helping. Wow, it's such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights, I guess they're candles. Yeah, I would assume so, my friend. Good sir, who might you be? And, good madam, you need a haircut. Ah, my name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya. I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. Ah, I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. That was, it not for Mystic Maya and her assistance, you would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Ah, thank you. So why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. Yes. How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? Bitch, I'll call her Maya. Fuck you. I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya, and by now forth, you must call me Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright. So about Mystic Maya, huh? It is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Yeah, because Mia's fucking dead. Only one remaining. What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Kurain channeling technique. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family, what's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Kurain school. So how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. So that's how it is. So today's channeling will be her first. Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. Oh, okay, yeah, versus someone who dies by a stabbing. They're not very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident, indeed. The channeling will take place here, in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. It looks like you're drinking tea. So, this room is the channeling chamber, the place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you mind if we observe the session? Do not even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. No. The secrets of the Kurain techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. That never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. It is also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That is why while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. Oh yes. Wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She's an adorable, angelic young girl with a big forehead. I will talk about the forehead forever. It's literally gonna be the only thing. She is my daughter. Now then, what is it you're about to say? What a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not of the evils in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Man, I fucking hate this bitch. Hey, I'm a defense attorney. Good sir. We would like to begin the channeling at 3 o'clock. If you don't mind, good sir, would you mind allowing me to make preparations? Sure, go ahead. She's a Fae, all right. Just as odd as the rest. In Apollo Justice, the prosecutor keeps calling Apollo her forehead. Is Pearl in Apollo Justice then? Can I slide? Oh, I can slide. Well, I don't know if anything else has changed. Oh, I'm guessing something has changed. No, Maya isn't even in it. Oh, Maya's not an Apollo Justice. Okay. Hey, you! Hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask. I'm sure I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Lana? No, I mean, yeah, it's Lana. Good old Lana Hart. Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Haven't seen you in what, a year? You are a lot of hair. hair forehead. You're Lotta Hart, right? Bingo! I'm the one and only paranormal photographer, Lotta Hart. I thought you gave up that. Oh, so I guess you're still at it. Being a photographer, I mean. Of course! And today I'm gonna get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on. Okay. Lotta Hart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. Yeah, you remember when she blackmailed us into giving her information about Gordy so that she would give us information about a stupid murder? Remember that? We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honored guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I could finally swat all those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. Man, this is a key you expect to find in fucking The Legend of Zelda, but okay. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Click. Now let us wait patiently out here for them. Yeah, well, do you have a stool, a chair, a beanbag chair that I can just lay in? These things over here look like you put shoes in them. I imagine I'm not sitting on top of it. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hey, I'm a fan of strawberries, so... Hold on now, Granny. Damn. Granny, how come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the Heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the Heartland. Wow. What are you? This is Korean Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Sorry. Wow, she shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. I would like Morgan to shut Old Bag up. Can she do that? Now then, let us wait. Okay. So, you got cards? You like dice? You like guns? Hey now, what was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Chamber. Hey, that's a gunshot. Excuse me. I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'd bet my afro on it. Well, yeah, you also, you know, looked for a Gordy. No one on Earth can do that. Shut Old Bag up. That's fun. She technically has heard gunshots before. Maya's in there. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? We're going to break in. What? But there's only one key and that kid's got it. We're gonna have to break the door down. Is that all right, Miss Faye? Well, yes. But there is one matter, that is. Don't try to stop me. You can send the repair bill to the Wright & Co. Law office later. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Dr. Gray. Click. Lotta just immediately fucking took a picture. I was murdered. Maya, that man murdered me, so I killed him. Yep, alright, another picture. Yo, grab that camera and fucking smash it. Lotta, at a time like this, times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. Where's Gumshoe? And they're on their way. That's good. Lottie? I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. That gal Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh yeah. Lada doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only the two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lada, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Alright. By the way, you want to go back in there now? Alright. We talked outside for a few seconds. Let's go back in there. Ah, Mr. Wright, Miss Fate. How's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit-severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. Hey, Gumshoe. The police are here! Sorry to keep you waiting. Man, has it really been 2 hours? It took 2 hours by train? Huh, you again. What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Oh, okay. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on, so just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Gumshoe? Yes. My name isn't... Oh, I didn't even notice that. My name isn't Jim Shoe. The two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do now is see what everyone else has to say. There still happens to be literally jack nothing here, though. Yeah, we could go in there. I'm gonna go over here first. Hey, who's sleeping? Who's sleeping in here? Hey, wake up. Hey. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? I don't like you already. Like, so isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like the channeling. Channeling. Oh, no, the situation has kind of changed. Huh. Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yeah, I'm not your fan. Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. Yeah. After all that effort, that's all she had to say. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Eenie Meenie. Fucking Eenie Meenie. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology. That's right. I think people usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomenon, ESP, and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. So what brings you here today? So I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, do you know the good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. 'Cause talking to the dead. Talking to dead people and multiple personalities are my thing. Multiple personalities. Then why were you taking a nap here? I wasn't feeling good. Huh. I'm allergic to sesame seeds. I am not saying like, because that's gonna bother the hell out of me. They must have put some in the food they served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I felt sick and came in here to sleep. I totally feel I've wasted my time because I slept a long time. Literally, the sentence still makes sense, even if I'm not saying like. So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? What? Oh, that. I totally know nothing. So who was, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other. I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that about him earlier? Huh. Well, a long time ago, I was a patient, yeah? She sounds like she's trying to hide something. I don't like you. Here's a map. I'm really sorry, but I'm not all that smart, so I don't get it. Well, it's a map. Try your best. Oh, hello. There's no one here as usual. No, there's forehead. I'm not going to be able to chat, but I'll still be listening. Yeah, no worries. Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. Listen, I literally didn't even say anything. I think just said, What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Hey. Yep, she came back. Yeah, okay. Let's see. One more thing I'm gonna try. I have an attorney's badge. Alright. She didn't care. She just leaves immediately. What a bitch. Alright, let's actually go in here now. The police are busily running here and there. I see, if Gumshoe is on some sort of trip, why are there other police officers here? Has it been 2 hours? It takes 2 hours by train to get here. Is it faster if you have a car? And I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey you, don't touch anything. Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? Thanks. About Maya. I hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room after all. But Maya is... You can ask more about her later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. Oh. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife. Basically, the Vic was first stabbed, then he was shot. Interesting. Hey, I have a map. I'm really busy. I can take a look at it later, alright? Didn't even take a glance at it. Alright. Well, I didn't expect that to be all that was here. Hey, pal. No touching without my permission. I'm just looking at it! Hey, I can't be too careful if a kid like her can be a murder suspect now, can I? I guess I want to search this room. I'm gonna have to come back later. Alright, well, I can come over here, too. Alright, he's not gonna let me do anything, so... I'll just move out here, then. There's gotta be something somewhere. Let's try here. Maybe Lotta is still here. I'm sure Lotta is getting questioned as well. Yeah, she's still here. She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta! God, don't let me be next! Eek, don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Did you see or notice anything that stuck out to you? Ah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. What? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get ya. This is just too much, I say. What is too much? Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff. So I think I'm gonna try being a celebrity photographer now. Yeah, you do that. Or you could go back to college and fucking get a degree or something. Going after photos, more within your reach from now on. More glamour, less gore. What's up? Oh yeah. What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Remember, I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. I actually did. 2 even. The seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Lotta, sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. Whoa! And oh, she's laughing maniacally. She lost her mind. I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. And why does it feel like we've been through this before? Yeah. Okay. Hey, what's up? Oh, dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. What's all the buzz? Ahem. All right, everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm going to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not going to be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. Can I not? What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police, and I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Alright, next day. Yawn? Morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP. Nick. Maya. What am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here in this detention center. Yep, with Jerome. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person, but that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. So you're the master or something of the Korean School of Channeling. Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title has passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. Yeah, and her hair grows. I can't tell if her hair is longer in this one. Happened this time too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so... No, I guess her hair is the same. Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began the channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, like this beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing. When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms, and there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable, really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell, too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. Can you smell things in a dream? Can you taste things in a dream? If you're dreaming and you're eating a steak, can you taste that steak? Guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you're prepared, okay? Huh? What is it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these 2 hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose, I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? Sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. This is called a Magatama. Okay. It's a magical charm, and it's always protected me. I almost said magical. It's a midget charm, and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her super spiritual powers. Okie dokie. Part of me is kind of glad that Dr. Gray is dead. I already didn't like that guy. I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? Where is Pearl? The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Let's go back in here. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Ah, you were here. Oh, Mr. Wright, good morning. I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea. So bitter you lose your tongue, and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Yeah, could you just give those to me instead? I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. Fuck you. I'm defending her ass in court. I can call her Maya. She is one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night. As did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too while I have the chance. I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? No, I mean fucking the other awful tragedy that happened. That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya, step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. All right, what did she say? The spirit separation technique? What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. I pulled out this big hammer and I just right there. Out. To make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique. Okay. Spirit severing technique. The spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. Can you do that on real people? Real people. On fucking like alive people? Like that scene in Doctor Strange, like the first one, where the master taps him on the forehead and he, like his body just leaves, or his soul leaves his body or something. He's fucking flying around. Can you do that to me too? Can you do the spirit severing technique on me? I want to know what happens. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. Well, it didn't fucking do a good job. What do you mean? Sometimes when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Yeah, well, how about the first time Maya ever summoned a spirit? We didn't pick, you know, traffic accident, strong spirit ass having lady. She could have, I don't know, maybe you did it instead. Revolt, but how? When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and her self steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit, but Maya, I mean Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. And that was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I'm grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there. It is the Curain Sacred Writings. Along with the Curain Sacred Urn. They are this village's most treasured possessions. Oh, you mean the urn that's literally shattered? If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. Odd for her to be worrying about a folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. So how's Pearl today? Mr. Wright, yes. In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, and is the pride of the branch family. Yeah, the bigger the forehead, the stronger the spirit powers. Wow, she's really fired up now. In any case, our world is so different from yours. Perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? I don't really want to present this to you, but I'm going to anyways. Oh my, what is it? That is Mystic Maya's Magatama. Why do you have this in your possession? I'm sorry. Return it to Mystic Maya at once. Yes, madam. Why did I feel like I was being scolded by my own mother just now? Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school. Okay, there's a box here. Oh, hey. Like you're that guy from yesterday, the dentist guy. Oh yeah, that's me. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right. Mr. Smith Esquire. What? That's right. Wait, I mean you're wrong. My name is Wright. Smith, Wright. Well, I got 3 letters at least. I guess you did. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, I study this thing called parapsychology at this college, and you told me about that yesterday, the sesame allergy too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so that's what you meant. You should have been more clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really. That's it. Why'd you stop in the sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? I don't like you. If Lada ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's here. It's right here. It is literally this fucking woman. So why are you still here today? There's so much for me to study here. Like what? The medium's training. How they inherit their spiritual power. I suppose this village is the real thing after all. So I asked if I could stay here a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least on the surface. Have you heard about the murder? It's totally scary. She says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. Oops. Alright, hold on. Okay, there we go. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Wait, I think you asked about him yesterday too. That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... Yeah, she said, I don't know a Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Yeah, and she also bit her beret. It's a strong move right there. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh. Well, a long time ago, I was a patient, yeah. Okay, she's definitely hiding something from me. Is something wrong? No, not really. I just really want to find Pearl. Pearl. I'm sure going to the detention center isn't going to really help me much. Oh, I guess maybe it will, because this is new. Maya must be in another round of questioning. I hope the detectives are taking it easy on her, but these kind of cases aren't usually taken lightly either. I guess I'll come back. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind then. I'll continue just wandering around. I'm sure you're still in here. Yep, alright, I don't want to look at you, I'm going to be honest. Wonder if I can examine this now, though. This is where the medium sits, I presume. There are 4 panels on this floor. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Ain't no way you found that, brother. Well, then I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. All right, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean, Mystic Maya. I will tell her. What is this? I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface. And some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I guess they're used during the channeling. Can I look behind this? There is some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. I hope no one is hiding back there. I'm gonna say this all out loud, so that when somebody eventually jumps out of this room, I will become scared. Ah! Forehead! Ah! You surprised me. And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh, she's still holding something in her hand. Looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you. I'm in trouble now. There's not even a crying sound effect. She is crying. She's doing the big wah. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's. Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Yeah, don't make that face. What? So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. What? Wait, I mean, things aren't like, hee, I can tell you're a good person. All right, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm gonna help you in any way I can. You have a very big forehead. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't see Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? The Channeling School of Objection. Which channeling school? Yes. For example, I study the Korean technique. Ah, I get it. No, I'm a lawyer. Lawyer. Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? Well, if you count Mia Fey, yes. None that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Sure. All right, well, if you really want to give it to me. Hee. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Black key. Mr. Nick. Yes, Pearl. I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Oh, I called her Pearls. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magtama? Yes, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy. I'm assuming she did it. Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets. Yes. If it's all right with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I could explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Okay. Sure. Ah, hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Well, she hasn't moved from this room, Phoenix, so... Ah, she's like totally cute. Is she your daughter? What? No. How old do you think I am? I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I totally don't know him. Ah, what is that? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these psych-locks, Mr. Nick. Psych-locks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you could easily unlock it. Unlock. But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person. And let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's try this psych lock a try. Okay. I'm going to ask you again. Did you know Dr. Gray? I totally don't know that guy. You're totally more persistent than a roach. This girl is hiding something, I'm sure of it. I guess I have no choice but to remove this lock. All right, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. Oh, okay. Can I? No, I guess maybe do I actually present it to her? Just fucking throw it at her. Take this. I want you to have that. Right in your stupid face. The victim. Oh, I'm literally what, cross-examining a witness in the field? I have strikes now? Eeny meeny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you. How many times do I have to repeat myself? If you're so totally sure, then where's your proof? Well, it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. What do you mean, indirectly? I should try to show that the possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Eeny and Dr. Gray. I don't know. You want this black key? Here's your proof. What is that? Ouch, I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Pearl did warn me. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you, she said. If I don't have enough evidence, I should probably stop. I should take another look at the court record and think it through one time. Maybe the map. Here's your proof. What is that? Can I look at their profiles? Oh, I can. Maybe I don't have it yet. Or maybe Maya. Nope. Alright. I probably don't have it yet, if I had to guess. There's no reason for it to be this. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Alright, interesting. Anyways, I just realized I haven't examined this. Now where did this box come from? I'm sure this wasn't here last night. Looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folding pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. That's very specific. Oh, I was hoping something changed about the urn. Oh, hello. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be her lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh, I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. Aha, I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Don't say that. Hey, I know I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. Fucking, look at this, 9mm. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're gonna, if you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces. You got a proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer is going to testify tomorrow. He must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta, she's a bitch. Took some hot pictures earlier. Remember, I took some pictures at the murder scene. And well, that's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone could, other than Maya Fey, could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearl now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still know who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year, and... Huh. I could have sworn I had cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. He's searching through his pockets, and boy, are those big. It looks really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? Copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. Oh, interesting. About Maya's trial tomorrow. I've got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2. Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it. All right, pal. Well, prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. What? Von Karma? Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a second, but didn't Von Karma stand trial? And that's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Successor? So, who is the successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a second. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about. Oh no, the kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff, and it's a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Edgeworth. Stop it, get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore now that he's gone. None of that stuff, now who's gone? Edgeworth or Von Karma? Because I wonder if Edgeworth actually resigned. Still seems like there's nothing real different about here. I don't think there's a reason for me to go back here. I'll move. I'll go here and get that newspaper. It's probably the one sitting on the desk right there. Phew, it feels like I've been gone forever, but it's only been 1 day. Oh, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Ah, here it is, right on the top of my desk. This is the only thing he left behind that's going to be of any help. May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. Let me go ahead and give this to him. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and hey, it's that news story, the one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died, and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. All right, thanks. Mimi Miney. Nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep at the wheel. Now, this is probably what I show to Bitchity Bitch Bitch. Take that! Oh, take that! The victim. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. What is it? A story about an accident. Please read the victim's name. Mimi Miney. Miney is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Miney wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic. Gray Surgical Clinic? I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. No more locks for you. Oh, thanks for giving my bar back after I just fucking blew half of it on random shit. Please tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. Wow, your sister looks like a moron. All right, my sister's name was Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that Dr. Gray was really tough on people, a total slave driver. My sis was always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out. That's why she fell asleep at the wheel. That guy drove my sis so hard, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice. Yeah, I think that was the doctor's fault too. My sis was pushed by everyone's expectations and her duties and stuff, and that pushed her to do her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So are we done? I've already told my story to everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psych lock works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Okay, thanks. Let's go back to the detention center. See if anything's changed there. Okay, well, we're actually gonna go here. Something changed here. Mr. Nick, what's wrong? I have never left Kurain Village. Really? Well, that's pretty amazing. You are going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. All right. Hey, wait. She ran off again. Well, I know Enie's secret now, but I still don't know. I still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. I like how they kept Gumshoe's theme, or whatever that song is called. Yeah, it's the only song that's still the same. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice. Mia is randomly here. Mia, even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia. She's Maya's older sister and my mentor. And she's dead. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. So tell me all about it. I'm gonna guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. Yeah, let me tell you all about it. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes deep in thought while she listened. Hey, aren't you supposed to fucking smile? I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, tell me please, believe in your convictions and fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty. How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and had been buried in the ground. But that is impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears, which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then what does this mean? I think it's safe to set that Maya was set up. Set up. It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. Set up. Shut up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix. You already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her. The key I hold. The literal key? Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen right now. That key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key is to this case. That is enough. But how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time, but this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Oh my god. Mia is lying to me or something. Mia, what? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the Cyclops. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from me to me, what in the world is going on? So you're telling me that this trial is probably going to take like 3.5 days. And every single day I'm going to have to fucking unlock one of your things. Oh my god. Well, I can't wait till I get the, I don't have the autopsy report yet. I'm sure that'll be important. I also want to see the knife and the gun. If he was stabbed and shot at the same time. What? Prosecutor Von Karma, you mean? No, I heard it's a successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, also he could win. And he murdered somebody. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now his successor, I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. It's no good. Mystic Maya. Hurley. You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh. Then you came all by yourself. Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed the map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. That's... Damn. If it takes 2 hours by train... Oh, man. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Is he fucking here? Oh, I still remember him as though I'd only seen him yesterday. Hold on, let's fucking... Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life... Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone, and he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. So I'm guessing Edgeworth actually retired then. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick. Oh my god, there she is. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Man, she does the same sleeve grab. What is with this kid? Ahem, Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma. I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Revenge. Is this about her father, Manfred Von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow, I'm talking. Literally whipped the judge. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person, I beg of you. Yow. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant Maya Fey will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty. Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... Yep, there she is, Franziska. The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor, because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. Hey, what's up, Brandon? How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Hey, what's up? Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, my name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Wow. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. He fucking answered your question, bitch. Yes, if everyone would please look at this map. Okay. The channeling chamber has no windows, and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. I hear an echo. Never mind, I fixed it. Okay. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit. That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Ahem. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Ah, and that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. The shot was fired from point-blank range, but before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. But we heard multiple gunshots, though. So where were the other gunshots? So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. I was kind of hoping they would give us the gun as evidence, and it would say something like, you know, shot twice or whatever. I mean, we do know that there's a hole that looks like a bullet hole in the folding screen here at the very bottom, and that could very well be our second gunshot. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe, whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. Victim. Now, why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints. There were fingerprints. Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Fays, were also on the group search. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Walked right into her hands there. That's okay. Point blank, huh? Let's see. Yeah, okay. So how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Tisk, 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just fucking answer the question. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there are definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Oh, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Yeah, you know, you could have just said that without, you know, insulting me. What is the proof that it was point blank? Well, this is the proof it was point blank. All right, thank you for answering my question. Instead of, hey, what's the proof it was point blank? Well, you stupid fucking moron, let me explain. Stabbed, and what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see, and whose knife was it? Looks like it belongs to the face, sir, and of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? This does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? How severe was the wound? I want to know where he was stabbed. If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. Well, that gives me a clear indication of where it was. To the right. Who stabs you there? Alright. I don't think Phoenix Wright knows where hearts are located. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Then think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a pain. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. See? 2 shots fired. Where's this other shot? The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time, and 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes, even in the face of all of this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense because now would be the time to do so? This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. I'm pleading not guilty. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Miles' life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled as a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor, have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of its complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Yes, sir? Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes. Now, see here, proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see this. The court accepts this into evidence. All right, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on his clothes. Could this situation could get any worse? What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. I like how that's his problem here. How many dialogue was this? Okay. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? There's about to be an objection. Oh, never mind. Oh, you're kind of scary today, you know, pal? Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. All right, just please stop glaring at me like that. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? There's blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is the victim's blood. So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well, if you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on. Ah yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. Now even the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I can chew... What should I do here? Press further. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an interjection like that. There's also a bullet hole in the sleeve. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it. So it looks like my time is up. Your Honor, actually there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you're talking about? I've come this far, there's no turning back. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Bullet hole. Take that! I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve. There's a tiny hole here. A hole. But that wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. I'm glad you just sniffed the sleeve. Oh, gunpowder. Here. Gunpowder. No one ever told me. Hole that smells of gunpowder. Looks like I've found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Check, press the check button for details. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now is a fluke, nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then no way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. So I could just look at it. Okay. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she could decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow. Bless me. And then I'll have her. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to prove here. So that means I probably press on this specific dialogue. He did fight back. I seriously doubt it's the folding screen. He probably did fight back, to be honest. If this was Gray's pistol, I seriously doubt the spirit just leapt, grabbed it from his holster, and started firing at him. I almost want to bet that Gray shot the pistol first, and then it was the ghost who fired it afterwards. Let me think. I either do the folding screen or the gun, I think. I don't think I do the knife. Because Gray's fingerprints aren't on this, so that means he never touched the knife. Are we on trial for a ghost? So basically, Maya was channeling the spirit of a ghost, and this guy. So this guy and Maya were like channeling, or I guess Maya was channeling a spirit. This guy was in the room, but when we went in there again, he was murdered because we heard gunshots. So everybody's saying Maya killed him, but it would have technically been the ghost that killed him. So of course this bitch has never known defeat either. Here's 1 year ago was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. This is the ghost that they were channeling too. It was this lady. I'm gonna... I mean, I still for whatever reason, it's not showing that I'm gonna get a strike. I probably will. I wouldn't be surprised if I do get a strike. But, I'm willing to either show the pistol or the folding screen. I'll try the pistol first. Let's see if the music stops. No, okay. Oh, okay, no, I did lose a strike. It just wasn't blinking, which is interesting. Let's try the folding screen. No, I guess not. I probably need a specific situation for me to do that. How many times is Maya gonna commit a crime? Maya hasn't committed a crime. What do you mean how many times? She hasn't even done one. So there's a bullet hole. Wonder if I almost present these. Is this real? Why is this a thing? Are we going to Chernobyl with a horse or something? What is this? Are you gonna buy one? It's on sale. Yeah, but it's funny to say she did do it. Okay, so it is this. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is a bullet hole you police overlook supposed to mean? And what does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? Ah, you're right. It seems you're correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. Ah. What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Montgomery. It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Now that you... Well, that's right. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Ah. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Ah. That would clearly prove she didn't... Yes, sir, right away. What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Don't like her, I say we kill her? Francisca? Yeah, maybe. Of course, the victim used the last strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's guns, and ended it. The scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Curain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Curain channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. Oh. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looked like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it for that day, but a handgun. He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a murder? Was he taking precautions against something? So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went in to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Sorry. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Oh, yeah. I'm really glad you weren't hurt. She's whipping people? Yeah, but we don't care, apparently. Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger. Even me, I wonder. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere, and uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. She's too pompous. I literally have no idea. Alright, so I already did this. I already did this. I literally can't even think about what the fuck I'm supposed to present. I literally have no idea. So I have 3 more strikes until I get guiltied. Not that. Because I think it's specifically on this dialogue. Was he taking precautions against something? Maybe it's on this dialogue. I don't see why it could be this. I don't see why it could be this. Am I missing something? I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't know why it would be these newspaper clippings. I don't know why I would present the folding screen. Because obviously, if Gray shot and missed, sure, there could be a bullet hole at the screen here. Yeah, let's see. Fuck it, I'm looking it up. I just need to get the ball rolling. That's all I want. Justice for All, not episode 1, episode 2. Episode 2. Present Maya's costume to the statement the victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Why is that? Why is that a... Oh, are you saying because he missed, but he ended up hitting her anyways? I think that's what he means. Well, not hitting her, but he hit her costume. I don't know, I still think that's a fucking miss. If somebody shoots at me, but, you know, oh man, I now have a hole in my shirt, they still missed me. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecutor's undoing. What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Gunpowder burn. This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh, but there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you could punch a hole in my logic with that? With this wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then when they were separated. That he fired. How is that? As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well then, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. I'm just going to say something doesn't make sense. There was a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Flaw? Yeah. Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. Henry typed that. Good. I'm proud of Henry. Let Henry know. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts that line of thinking. I don't think it'd be this shirt again. I wish there was a check dialogue button or something. Once dialogue has been passed over, you just can't see it again. And that, I think that's a problem. I want to... So, maybe the folding screen. If he if he was gonna shoot at Maya, why would there be a bullet hole all the way at the bottom of the folding screen? Instead, you know. Because at this point, they're making it sound like, you know, so Maya stabbed the doctor, pushed him away, and then was gonna strike again. The doctor would be on the ground, I would assume. And if Maya is standing up, then he would have shot up in the air. So he probably, this is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen. I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who, where, what? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... When the shot was fired, Maya, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order, order. This changes everything. Please look at this diagram from the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. So on the, like, I guess depending on how you look at it, the very right side, or the very left side if you're like this. We'll just say the very far right side. Yeah, that would mean Maya was standing in like a really awkward position if he was firing at her. She wasn't standing in the middle of the room. At this time, the defendant was in this area. The defendant would, well, she would have to be standing over here somewhere. Somewhere around here. Uh-oh, the judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime. Where do you want me to fucking point? Right directly in front of it? Was she standing, she was standing here, near the folding screen. Yeah, well, I was fucking near the folding screen the very first time. I wasn't close enough, apparently. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole, but how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question. Yeah, if she was standing close to the victim, the bullet would probably be centered or more up in the air, or towards the ground if he was standing and she was squatting down. If she was shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. I guess that too. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you... I believe it has been now proven the defendant was standing away from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aimed to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and was the defendant doing at this time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? She was probably setting up for the seance, or the channeling. Exactly, if Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Thanks, Gumshoe. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the bag. Oh, well, here's the objection. Oh, never mind, it's just a finger wag. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright, to think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Smarmy. Word of the day. Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How is it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and the rest assured your punishment will come later. 3-strand goatee. There's clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's at least 10 strands there. Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness, that's got to be Lotta. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. To be continued. Oh, that's interesting. It's like an actual save screen instead of just going to the recess. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this trial for the day, and then I'm going to end stream. Ooh, that was a close one. I know you're giving it all here to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. I feel like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose me and my sis's ghost, will come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah. Do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. Court will now reconvene. Now the first order of... Ow, I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. She did not witness the channeling. She saw exactly what I saw. She just happened to take pictures. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know? Yowza. Name and occupation. I declare. What in darnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. There's no need for foolish outcries from foolish fool. Dude, if Von Karma called me in to be her witness and then whipped me, I'd be like, fucking get someone else to witness, you know? Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even got to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big fat happy family, okay? Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door and then bang, we heard this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear other than those two, there was no one else in the room. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course? Excuse me. Reckon course. It's short for you reckon. Of course I did. Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth will be in that picture. Yeah, she took 2 pictures, though. Let's see, here's the picture. Hey, I would like to see the other picture. Huh. That doesn't make sense. In the detective's testimony, and what we've already proven, is that Maya was standing near the folding screen, not the other way around. It would certainly seem like only the defendant and the victim were in their room. I want to see that other photo. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. So the very first thing I probably notice or object to is the fact she said bang like once. The gun was fired twice, so I want her to talk about that. Was it really only these 2 that went in? What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the 2 of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only 2 that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client. Anyway, folks, only the 2 of them went into the channeling chamber here. But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness continue. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we listening to the defense testify? And the world just becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. This is stupid. Well, honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down, sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing. That was great, you're a real man. Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lada seems awfully confident in her testimony. Lada, please think back to the day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room. I was murdered. There was the first picture. Again, she's standing on the other side of the room too. Not so that picture doesn't make a lot of sense, which is weird. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murder at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Well, I see. Order, Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. With witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats on track like one again. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but the old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch, does she mean Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there and you know it. Channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Is there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? What in the... Given, you know? Your reckoning, that's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Given. I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying things such as, given. Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? Just I thought there was nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. Seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I don't have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not mine in the photo? I don't know if I can, I'm going to be honest, but I'll try. Mr. Wright, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. Do you know what you're proposing? Yeah, that's just plain fool's talk. Thanks, guys. You show great support. Your great show of support is just great. I don't know what he said. Something like that. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Prove to the court that the person in this photo is not Maya Fey. I'm sure I present this key eventually. What I want to know is where the other picture is. She took two pictures. Also, why haven't colored cameras been invented yet? Wonder if I do the autopsy report. In the picture, she's standing rather far away. And Gumshoe said that the point blank was 12 to 20 inches. She is definitely standing further than 12 to 20 inches. But that wouldn't exactly prove that it wasn't Maya, because we're proving to the court that the person is not Maya Fey. We're not trying to prove to the court that it wasn't her holding the gun. Or I guess that'd be the same thing. I don't know. I'll try the autopsy report. Here's your proof. Is there a problem? Oh no, I thought I would work on my... I don't know what that word is. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of you're wrong sounds like. That's right, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. Alright. Let me save the game. This is probably a situation where I say I don't have any evidence. I'll try the costume. I mean, you can't see the front of it. But if she was standing very far away, why would she have blood on her? You know, I just realized that in the room, not this room, but in that side room where the person was sleeping, there was a box, and we said in the box that there was spirit meat, like the medium clothing was in that box. And so someone could be technically dressed up pretending to be Maya. But, it would have to be Maya. There's Maya's fingerprints on the gun, though. I'll try the shirt. If the shirt doesn't work, I'm just gonna look it up. They certainly did decide to make the game hard as fuck. All right, so I can't present anything. Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. This is all I could do. I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? She took 2 pictures. I want to see the other picture. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Is this fucking Pearl? Why are you here? I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? You Pearl. Her clothes are a bit small. Motherfucker. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully. One more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Click. I was murdered. Yeah. A lot of the time like this. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. You see, there's one final piece of this puzzle. Mia. Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid that you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any related... It's fine, I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect, absolutely flawless. What better time than this for you to see that? But I mean, I have some place, I must go after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. When he broke into the room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera on Maya and take a shot. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. You should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like, as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. I feel like all of this is useless. I mean, she took 2 pictures, Phoenix. Just fucking ask for the other one. What did she look like? You know, she almost looked like a different person. Different person. She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well, then, Miss Hart, did you see anything else happen? And perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Well, I reckon that's possible. The body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray. And whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling? Or maybe, ow. Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. That would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya. Aren't you all done here? Can I continue? And even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer. That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. She goes through jobs faster than the baby through diapers. Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Nice, tag teamed in stereo. Guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. FM? 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where is this other picture you've been withholding? No, you've got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you only shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma? I see you still do illegal activities just like your father. Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're just as bad as your father. I'm going to confront her about it. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me in contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it, that's all. How could you think? Picture were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth. How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day of the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. Well, I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya Fey? Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then, that somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Order, order, order. Well, yes, I believe you're correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it. You're too soft, huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling. I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can. Yet it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Who took this picture? Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't have even a single witty line. Looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant Maya Fey? If I give here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? You know, I only have fucking like 3 things left. I'm just... Alright. Your Honor. Oh, the fires returned to your eyes, I see. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. Contradiction. So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange? Yeah, fuck you, video game. Okay. Oh, there's no bullet hole. Take that! Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve. But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there? There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to your argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring her down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. She's got that condescending grin plasting all over her face again. Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean, and those incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. You must assign a penalty. I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there'll be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it appeared that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, there is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. I'm assuming I would pick this. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. Order, order, order. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Ow, ah. Why me? The defense's argument is complete mess. A complete mess. I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness! Ah, what the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, Chew. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, yeah, you know. If you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't you say you... I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix. I can't believe that even me is calling me by my full name. But I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? Turn things around. That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either of those conditions were true... Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... This is before we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. I'd probably present the key. Please take a good look at this, okay? I've already seen it. Thank you. And what is the purpose of this item? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you're doing. I think it is the court that should be sighing at you. Okay? What if it's Maya left the room? Let me save the fucking game. I'll try the key again. Maya left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove it. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. My Faye was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Faye. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. I'll try the key again. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's a channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. Did the defendant herself lock the door? Yeah, that's why we couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? Looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in her possession? What do you mean? If Maya Faye locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ah, well, ain't that a kick. So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Faye must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. I wonder if there's like some sort of secret exit then. That'd be interesting. Some sort of secret entrance and exit in the channeling room. It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma. How can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm a prodigy. I have never lost a case, and I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Wow. That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick, I know you're trying real hard and all, but I don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. All right, Pearls. You ready to go buy some tickets? A ticket? Poor thing, so sheltered. All right. Like I said, I was going to finish the trial, then I was going to end stream. So there we go. We're on the investigation right there. Good times. Good times. Go ahead and do this button, this button. Okay. So thanks for hanging out.